Hey there, boys and ghouls. Now, I know you might be asking yourself, why is Pilgrim all kind of dressed up all fancy and shit? And I've got a good answer for that, so let's get to it, shall we? So today, I'm going to be doing the Under Lock and Key tag, which is originated by Mr. Joe Compton of Going Now, but that's not the focus. That this is a homage to our beloved Christie Stratos in the release of her brand spanking new addition to her Dark Victorian collection, Locke Keye, which should be out round about now if you're watching this video. I'll put the links there. So I'll put the links right there. Go click it. Go check out her book. They are dark historical fiction, and I am particularly excited for this book. I'm busy kind of chewing my way through the first one and loving every minute of it. Christie is an absolute honey, just does so much for so many people, and her heart has no bounds. Christie, this one's for you. Congratulations on this, your release. You've done it. You've kicked its ass, and can't wait to see where this thing goes next. So congratulations and all the best. Right, so the questions. Number 1, what is your favorite spin-off? And in my list of things, I have nothing. Absolutely nothing. I've got no idea. I'm going to go with Angel, which was the spin-off of the Buffy series for anybody who cares. For lack of things that jump out at me, it's Angel. So there we go. Number 2, your favorite little shop in a book or a thing or another thing. In keeping with this really pathetic thing. Actually, this was not even that hard of a thing. The Magic Box, Giles's Magic Box shop from Buffy. It just seemed like a really cool place to go hang out. The conversations that went on there were really a lot of fun. There's just a lot of kind of story fodder there, even if they were kind of jumping the shark a bit as the show went on. It was always good, fun stuff. Number 3, something weird or interesting you have a lock and key for. In absence of either of those things, I discovered this not too long ago. Oopsie. So, I was in one of my favorite bookstores in Sterling a couple of months ago, and they had all these little fantastic keys on the counter. I dug through and I picked out a couple. This was one of my favorites. So it's got a little death. I keep saying death's head, but it's a skull, damn it, it's a skull. Keep this on my keyring for whatever silly reason. I'm sure it opens something. I don't think I'll ever find out in my whole life, and that's probably for the best, because if it does open something, it's probably mystical and crazy, and it would probably be a bad idea for me to go opening that. Here's 2 good bad decisions. Number 4, your favorite scene that takes place in a retail establishment. God, I've got so many of these, and they are just swimming around in there. I'm gonna go with the Old Faithful, and I know that Joe mentioned Clerks, so I'm gonna go with Clerks as well, except I'm gonna go with a slightly different scene to what he went with.
Come on, who pisses you off?
Well, I guess it isn't customers in particular. Maybe just a group of customers.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, the milkmaids.
The milkmaids?
The women that go through every gallon of milk looking for that later date, as if somewhere beyond all the other gallons is a container of milk that won't go bad for like a decade.
You know who I can do without? I can do without the people in the video store.
Which ones?
All of them.
What would you get for a 6-year-old boy who chronically wets his bed?
So do you have any new movies in?
Do you have that one with that guy who was in that movie that was out last year?
They never rent quality flicks. They always pick the most intellectually devoid movie on the racks.
Ooh, Navy SEALs.
It's like in order to join, they have to have an IQ less than their shoe size.
You think you get stupid questions? You should hear the barrage of stupid questions I get.
What do you mean there's no ice? You mean I gotta drink this coffee hot?
So how much is this thing anyway?
Do you sell hubcaps for a 72 Pinto hatchback? Ooh, mini truck amazing.
I related to it really well because having worked in retail quite extensively, and some of the questions that people ask. I was working in a bookshop for years. One of the most memorable things that happened to me while I was working in this bookstore, you'd be reshelving books, right? And you take out this book trolley all the way into the middle of the store, and it'd be laden, kind of piled high with books, 3 tiers high. And this one day, and I was standing there, I had my foot up on one shelf of you know, in the bookstore. I had my other foot on the trolley. I had an arm full of books on the one side, just like this. And I'm leaning to the top to kind of shelve another book on the top. And above me is this sign, which, you know, letters yay high. And it says, exclusive books. On a you know, above a wall of books. And this wall, it's a whole fucking wall of books. This woman comes up to me mid-stride. I'm standing there. Got books like this. Other book in my hand like this. And this woman turns around and says, "Excuse me, do you work here?" So, yes. Clerks. Moving swiftly on. Number 5. Favorite book, movie, or TV show that takes place in Victorian time. I'm gonna fudge this one because I'm stupid. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna go with Dracula, because Dracula. And now, as I'm thinking about it, I think the Vampire Lestat is also set in round about that era. If not, it kind of slides into it very kind of politely. Both of those are books. The movie Dracula fits into that same category, I believe. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was fun, although the book was pretty hairy. Not every day you see Mr. Hyde sodomize the Invisible Man, but, you know, that's Alan Moore for you. Another show would be Penny Dreadful, I suppose. I've got mixed feelings about it, so I'm not going to go into that, but when it's good, it's very good, and I listen to the soundtrack quite extensively when I write, so there's that. I was actually going to get a wine glass, but then I realized that we don't have any wine glasses. Question number 6. Favorite book or movie with the main character's name in the title. Great thing about the Scott Pilgrim books, the movie adaptation was actually pretty good. So it was a great adaptation, and the film was its own creature, which is, of course, what you want for every movie. But, to get to the point here, the titles of the books were rather pleasing. So I'll read these for you in sequence. Scott Pilgrim's Precious Little Life, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Scott Pilgrim and the Infinite Sadness, Scott Pilgrim Gets It Together, Scott Pilgrim versus the Universe, and Scott Pilgrim's Finest Hour. All fantastic books. Greatly recommend them. Doesn't matter whether you're into manga or not. It doesn't feel like that. It reads well. Characters are very, I want to say well drawn. Well, they're well drawn, but the characters are also well drawn, well conceived, well designed. Really recommend it as something to pick you up. Number 7. Favorite sophomore or second effort. Now, that time where I said I was going to fudge a few of these, this is one of those ones I'm going to fudge. So I'm going to talk to you about sequels, because I looked this up a bit, and I sucked. My Google Foo is not up to scratch. So Terminator 2 is brilliant. I mean, 2. Not 1. 2. Aliens, which incidentally is Aliens plural, so it's Aliens 2. Also James Cameron film. Both are fantastic. This one you're gonna probably not dig so much, but The Rage, Carrie 2. It had a lot of problems. It was severely 90s movie. I just thought there was much more heart in the original. Also that the kind of the friendship between Mina Savari and the main girl, that was really nice. Number 8, your favorite black sheep. I'm gonna go with a couple here. So first off on my list is Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter, of course. I just love her vibe. I keep mentioning her on these videos. I should probably think of somebody else, but I just like her. She's cool. She's just funky. Anya from Buffy, she was amazing.
Hey you! Have a nice day.
Another one who's quite cool was Kinsey Locke from another Locke and Key. From the Joe Hill series. She's pretty fantastic. She's got dreads and nose ring, and just funky and completely out there. Okay, number 9. Something you will always buy when you go into the shops. I'm gonna answer this question with a visual aid. So this is just kind of the stationery that keeps me around here at the moment. Unopen boxes of pens and unopened box of pens, and that's just kind of, I can't help myself. I'm a pen pervert apparently. Also notebooks from earlier, so I'll show you a couple of these. Why not? Cool. I realized that this actually says Emily Bronte on it when I was looking at this morning. Little magnetic snap thing. I think these are book blanks is what they are called. Oh, so, oh no, not Emily, Charlotte Bronte. So paper blank, I was close. So, that's one of my notebooks. This one was particularly fun. I think my sister gave me this one. Now the outside of it actually is done up to look like wood. And you have this, which is ingenious. And I think all books should have that, all notebooks anyway. Little place where you can stick your pens, because it means you don't have to slip them inside. And these are all kind of filled with all kinds of writerly goodness over the last however many years. And I've been digging through these the last couple of days looking for some cool stuff and have found it in spades. Here's another one. This was from Woolworths. This was blank, which was a nice change. Blank pages, unlined, nice for drawing and making pictures and all kinds of crap like that. So yeah, stationery, I cannot get enough of it. I have to physically restrain myself, so I'm with Joe and I'm with Christy on that one. I cannot I can't help myself. I just love it. I just can't get enough. I got funny rubbers, and I mean these, I don't even think this has even been opened since I bought it, which is terrible. 10. Name an indie author whose next book you are most looking forward to. And Locke Keye by Christie Stratos. I'll put a link in the doobly-doo so you can go check it out. I believe she's running a Goodreads giveaway. Joe Compton's got some other stuff on the go for it as well. I'll put links to all of that goodness in the doobly-doo, so you don't gotta go nowhere. You just make with it click and then just sit back and read the damn book. Support her and do yourself a favor. I mean, like, how cool is that? You get a cool book and you are supporting a cool person. It's like nobody loses. So that's it. Christy, congratulations on getting your book out, and congratulations on getting to this point and all the rest, and this is all for you. So well done, all the best, and excited to see what you do next. So all the best with this one. Pilgrim out.